Abdul El-Sayed is an American physician, public health expert, professor, and politician who has spent much of his life trying to make society healthier and fairer. Born and raised in Michigan, he grew up in a family of Egypt immigrants and learned from an early age the importance of education, hard work, and helping the community. His life has taken him from the classroom of the University of Michigan and Oxford to the hospitals and universities of New York, and eventually into the world of American politics. Today, Abdul is known for his progressive political ideas and his strong focus on healthcare, economic fairness, and government services. In August 2026, he won the Democratic primary for the USA Senate in Michigan, giving him the chance to compete in the November general election. Abdul Muhammad El-Sayed was born on October 31 in 1984 in Detroit, Michigan. His parents were immigrants from Egypt, and he grew up in the Detroit metropolitan area. His family placed strong value on education, and Abdul became interested in both science and public affairs while he was still young. Growing up in Michigan had major influence on his identity. Detroit and the surrounding communities later became the center of his professional life. Instead of living in Michigan permanently, after completing his education, he repeatedly returned to the state and eventually built an important career in public service there. As a student, Abdul was interested in many different subjects. He did not see science and politics as completely separated worlds. He became interested in the question of how government decisions could affect people's health and quality of life. The question would eventually become one of the main ideas of his career. After high school, El-Sayed attended the University of Michigan. He studied biology and political science, combining his interest in medicine with his interest in government and society. He graduated with highest distinction and became known as an outstanding student. During his university years, he also involved in sport and student life. His academic achievements were so strong that he was selected to deliver the student commencement speech at graduation. Former President Bill Clinton also spoke at the ceremony. After Michigan, Abdul continued his education at Oxford University in England. He received a Rhodes Scholarship, one of the world's most respected academic scholarships, and studied public health there. His time at Oxford helped him understand that medicine was about more than treating individual patients. Many health problems are concerted to poverty, education, housing, pollution, jobs, transportation, and government policy. He returned to the United States and attended Columbia University, where he earned a medical degree. He also developed expertise in epidemiology and public health. His education gave him an unusual combination of skills. He understood medicine, statistics, public health, and political systems. These different areas would later become central of his career. After completing his education, El-Sayed began working in academia and public health. He became a professor at Columbia University, where he taught and conducted research related to epidemiology and health inequalities. He studied how social conditions could influence people's health. His work looked beyond the traditional ideas that health is only about doctors and hospitals. For Abdul, a person's health could also depend on whether they had clean water, safe housing, good schools, healthy food, and financial security. He became an internationally recognized public health researcher and published more than 100 peer-reviewed papers. He also worked on system science and population health, studying how different parts of society influence one another. Although he had built a successful academic career, Abdul wanted to use his knowledge in a more direct way. He wanted to work inside government and help improve people's lives. In 2015, Abdul El-Sayed was appointed by Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan to lead the Detroit Health Department. He became the city's health officer and executive director. His job was extremely challenging. Detroit had experienced a major financial crisis and bankruptcy. The city's public health system had gone through serious change, and building it would require strong leadership. El-Sayed was only around 30 years old when he took the position, making him one of the youngest major city health officials in the United States. He was responsible for protecting the health of hundreds of thousands of Detroit residents. He worked to rebuild the health department and make it more effective. His work focused on issues such as environment health, children's health, and access to basic service. His experience in Detroit changed the understanding of politics. He saw that government decisions could have direct effect on whether people live healthy lives. In 2017, El-Sayed made a major decision. He left his position as Detroit's health director and announced that he would run for governor of Michigan in the 2018 Democratic primary. His campaign was a new job. He was young and never held elected office. However, he presented himself as someone who could bring new ideas into government. He campaigned a strongly progressive platform. Among his proposals were universal health care, free or debt-free, higher education, clean water, renewable energy, and stronger protection for working people. He also promised not to accept corporation companies' donation. His campaign attracted national attention. Senator Bernie Sanders supported him, and other progressive figures also backed his campaign. However, El-Sayed did not win the Democratic nomination. He finished second in the primary, receiving more than 340,000 votes. Gretchen Whitmer ultimately became the Democratic nominee and later won the governorship. After 2018 campaign, El-Sayed continued working in public health, research, and political education. He became involved in discussion about healthcare, inequality, government, and social policy. He also became the host of the podcast America Dissected, where he discussed health and public policy and explained how political decisions affect everyday life. He later returned to public service in Michigan. From 2023 to 2025, he served as director of Wayne County's Department of Health, Human and Veteran Services. Once again, he focused on making government programs more useful to ordinary people. During his time in Wayne County, he worked in cloud effort to improve children's access to eye care, expand access to Narcan, address environmental pollution, and develop a program aimed at counsel large amount of medical debt. In 2025, El-Sayed launched his campaign for the United States Senate in Michigan. This was his second major attempt to win statewide office after his 2018 campaign for governor. The Senate campaign gave him an opportunity to return to election politics with more experience than he had in 2018. He again emphasized healthcare, economic security, workers' rights, and grassroots political organizing. He presented himself as an alternative to establishment politics and agreed that government should work for ordinary citizens rather than wealthy interests. On August 4 in 2026, El-Sayed narrowly defeated Stephen in the Democratic primary. He received about 48.5% of the vote, compared with about 47.5% for Stevens. His victory was considered an important moment for the progressive movement within the Democratic Party. Now El-Sayed is preparing for November 2026 general election, where he will face Republican Mike Rogers. If he wins, he would make history as the first Muslim elected in the United States Senate. Away from politics and public health, El-Sayed has a family life that remains important to him. He is married to Sarah Jacoco, a mental health doctor, and they have 2 daughters. He has continued to maintain strong connection to Michigan and describes himself as proud Michigander. He has also spoken about his love for sport, food, coffee, and University of Michigan football. Despite his growing national profile, his personal story remains closely connected to Michigan.